Vandeham Sri Guru.
The following is a conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on the 15th of February 1975 in Mexico.
This gentleman is the director of the Great Yoga Universal Fraternity here in Mexico. They are probably the biggest yoga society in South America. They're following the guru, which is a European. It's called Dr. Laferriere, and he's very interested to tell you darshan.
Yes. Worshipping Krishna, Yogeshwar, master of all mystic yoga. Jatra Yogeshwara Hari.
This is Mr. Corona Cortes. He's the administrator of the Institute of Science and of Education. He said he is a philosopher. And
Corona?
Cortes, Argeo Corona Cortes.
From India? Corona?
Mexican.
Corona is also an Indian name. Corona.
The lady is a psychologist.
Oh. So Krishna is the topmost yogeshwar.
He said that he has studied all of Western philosophy. He's not that familiar with Eastern philosophy. And his present interest is in the philosophy of anthropology. He's interested in studying man, his body, also the spirit, how man can transcend his body. And that he has come here because he wants to learn something about the philosophy of the East.
And this girl's psychologist.
He works in an institute of psychology. And she is particularly studying human conduct, why people act the way they do. And she's also interested in learning something about our philosophy.
If you have studied about the subtle body of living entity, first of all, this is gross body made of 5 material elements, earth, water, air, fire, like that. This we can see with our eyes, but we cannot see the mind, intelligence and ego. Although everyone knows there is mind, there is intelligence. So, when this body is annihilated, the subtle body, mind, intelligence, ego, carries the soul to another cosmos. This is the process of transmigration of the soul. Now, what do you think of this process?
She says in the field of psychology also they admit the existence of forces beyond the gross elements. And although ordinarily they do not deal with that, she is very interested to know about it.
Yeah. This is the law. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, the soul is not annihilated after the destruction of the body. So, the soul transmigrates to another body. That is the evolutionary process or anthropology, basic principle of anthropology. So, in Darwin's theory, there is no admission of the soul. Therefore it is imperfect. The soul transmigrates from one type of body to another type. And there are 8,400,000 forms of body. So when we get this human form of body, we get all intelligence, And we should utilize this intelligence how to stop this transmigration of the soul from one body to another. What is their opinion?
If there's a certain criteria of proof or a certain evidence that we can know for certain that there actually is such transmigration of the soul.
Yeah, just like the baby the soul is transmigrated from baby's body to child's body to boy's body to youthful body. So the body vanishes, and because the soul remains, he gets another body. Now I am old man. I remember I had a child's body. I was lying down. I quite remember it. But that body is not existing. So this is the example. Everyone has experience. This is transmigration of the soul from one body to another. And at the time of death, the psychological condition of the mind will carry me to a suitable body. And I shall enter into the womb of my mother through the semen of the father, and the mother will give it a particular type of body, and when it is completely manufactured, then I come out and begin my living. Therefore we find varieties of forms, but in each and every form there is the soul. Now, in the human form of life, we should utilize our intelligence that this constant change of body, how it can be stopped. And we should remain in our eternal body. I am eternal, but psychologically I am simply changing different forms of body. And at the time of change of body, I had to undergo so many sufferings. To remain within the womb of the mother for 10 months in packed up condition, it is very terrible punishment. But for each new birth, we have to undertake this terrible suffering. Sometimes, nowadays, they are being killed.